Like many of the structures here, this is built from surrounding trees that are felled and prepared for a traditional Scandinavian style log cabin. So it's, as you can see, full roundwood trees that are essentially stripped down and layered upon each other and locked together, and that provides a natural insulation. And then there's like a cob mix, which is clay, sand, water and straw, which fills in the gaps between the logs. So that's a really solid structure and it's naturally insulated with that. And then it's timber roof with a sod roof on top, so there's a natural growth, hence the hairy cabin. It's now become part of the landscape because it's growing all the flora and fauna that surrounds the cabin. So all the seeds and things that blow around this place land on the roof and start growing the next season. We tread a fine line between sort of comfort and luxury. This isn't roughing it, but it's not luxury. And I avoid the term luxury or glamping because we're not trying to be either, and I like it that way. We lean into the discomfort a little bit, almost expose people to the elements because we are nature, right? So this space allows for people to reconnect with that, which is needed now more than ever. When I took the site on, there were already a number of compost loos, and we're used to using them over our farm site as well. Because we're off-grid, they just made sense, and they're really eco-friendly, obviously. When I took on the site, I needed to have more toilets and showers provided. The other Tim and I made a plan to put some more in, and the tree shack, which is right opposite here, was Tim's idea. It was raised into the trees on the side of a valley, so that you're suspended in the trees. And I said, well, if we're going to do that, can you leave, one end of it open? So if you choose the right loo and shower, you're open to the beautiful view of the woods. Yeah, it's a real loo with a view, and that shower is something quite special as well. I think people are quite surprised at how much they enjoy nature, because this is quite a wild, natural space. I think if people lean into it and they're feeling adventurous, they will often have a really special time here. I feel this sort of space is currently needed across the Western world massively. There's a real disconnect with people and nature because we're so far removed from it now. I think an influence on people's mental health, and there's a huge opportunity now for these spaces to provide that sort of experience where we could provide cabins that are like home from home for people, but actually if we make sure that the bed's comfortable and they can light their own wood burner and so on, why not try and experience a more natural way of life where it might test you a little bit, but equally it might inspire you to immerse yourself a bit more, and subtle changes to mindset and behaviours in your own life. That will then have that ripple effect of living more harmoniously with our planet. We're living through really difficult times on this planet, so we've got to learn fast about how we do that and living more sustainably, and I feel like these sorts of experiences are doing their part in making those transitions. Cooking facilities is very much encouraging people to lean into the cooking over fire, which is what I've always loved growing up as a kid. Just cooking over fire, it connects us with an ancestral part of us that everyone I think loves if they give it some time. And yeah, the kettle might take a little bit longer, but that hot drink after it is guaranteed to taste that bit better, and the satisfaction from cooking over fire is fantastic. And yeah, sometimes there's some frustrations around, I guess it's all part of that careful balance between providing comfort and modern conveniences versus what's natural, what's inspiring, and how things should be more in the future.